I'm Ben Solak. This is the play sheet. The opening script. Brock is not a Jimmy. I'm obsessed with Brock Purdy's name, by the way. So, Brock Purdy has become yet another chapter in the long comedy/tragedy that is Kyle Shanahan's quarterback carousel in San Francisco. Just this year, the 49ers have started second-year quarterback Trey Lance. In doing so, benched Jimmy Garoppolo, tried to trade him in the offseason, failed to trade him in the offseason, had to put him back in as the starter once Trey Lance got hurt in the beginning of the season. Then Jimmy got hurt. Brock Purdy came in and immediately scored 30-plus points against two playoff defenses. Crazy times. The 49ers were considered a contender before the Jimmy Garoppolo injury, and part of that was because Jimmy's playing better ball than he ever has. So now that Jimmy's out and Purdy's in, the same question remains. Are the Niners an NFC contender? The answer? Yeah, sure. Not really, but yeah, why not? Absolutely. The reason that this is tricky to figure out is this. This 49ers offense is not the offense that we are used to seeing the 49ers use to make playoff runs. This season, Jimmy Garoppolo had the lowest rate of early down, under center, play action that he's had in the last 5 years of playing for Kyle Shanahan. Put another way, on early downs, the 49ers were in shotgun, drop back passing game, just like any old NFL team, more often than they ever had been. Why? The main reason is because the 49ers' weapons right now are better than they've ever been, and they've been really good. Everyone knows Deebo Samuel, star receiver, can be used as a running back. Incredible. George Kittle, healthy this season, getting back up to form. But Brandon Ayuk has developed into one of the league's best wide receiver twos, arguably wide receiver one over Deebo Samuel this year. And of course, there's Christian McCaffrey, the best pass catching back brought to San Francisco to make this shotgun spread out drop back passing game all the more dangerous. The quality of those pass catching options plus the quality play of Garoppolo means the Niners don't have to run the usual gimmicks, the usual Shanahan shenanigans. They don't have to do the same under center play action stuff they usually do to get a passing game working. They can kind of just drop back and sling it around the yard a little bit. All of that change was with Jimmy under center, and Jimmy was playing great ball. Now it's Brock. He is a 7th round rookie. He is a 3rd stringer entering the season. Not the sort of quarterback you'd expect to garner the same level of trust running a traditional drop back offense the way Jimmy has garnered trust from Shanahan this year. So the expectation, and a reasonable expectation it would be, is that the Niners are going to bring back the training wheel stuff. They're going to bring back the under center play action on first down offense that Shanahan long used to prop up Jimmy, that he used for Nick Mullins. They were going to go back to the basics, back to what works to elevate lesser quarterbacks and bring the offense to a higher level. It's early. Brock Purdy has 1 career start against the Bucs. He's played like 7 total quarters of football, but the play action rate hasn't actually gone up. It's gone down from what Jimmy was getting this year. The use of shotgun hasn't gone down. It's gone up from what Jimmy was getting this year. The Niners haven't gone back. They haven't reverted. Kyle Shanahan hasn't reversed the changes. He's let them keep going. The reason for this is because Purdy isn't anything like the quarterback that Jimmy Garoppolo is now or was previously. He's not this under center, perfect timing, take the middle of the field, throw automaton like Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield that we're used to seeing in this offense. Think about what Jimmy's always done well, the book on Jimmy Garoppolo. Highly accurate, quality arm, great mechanics. Not so great at managing a pocket, not awesome at taking on pressure, inert, not able to create for himself. If you turn on some Brock Purdy film, that's not what you're going to see. Let's go to play action. This play I love because it's an awesome example of the new iteration of the Shanahan offense, right? It's going to be early down play action, but from the shotgun. Christian McCaffrey's in motion as a receiver. Deebo Samuel's running back in the backfield. We're going to pull the guard, little play action fake behind. Nifty, right? But it's all just window dressing to get into a very common concept for Shanahan. We have the clear out route here. We're going to get deep over. And then we're going to get Christian McCaffrey's flat control. We're just looking to stress this safety deep, pull this corner down, and then hit the intermediate route, right? I mean, this is just Shanahan 101. What happens? Brock Purdy gets to the top of his drop and boom. Immediate interior pressure, right? He can't throw this ball yet. Receiver's not ready. The window's not open. He's going to have pressure. Watch pocket management. Ooh, find a little bit of space. Throw on the move. Hit George Kittle on the little over the ball route. And that's a 15-yard gain on first down. It looks super easy. It's not, especially for a young quarterback. And critically, it's the mobility. Purdy's a nimble little son of a gun, right? With Jimmy, you don't get pocket movement this good. Jimmy can make this play, but you don't typically get pocket movement this good. Whoop, and then find more space and then throw in the move, and it's right in the breadbasket in 15 yards. So, okay, like that's fine. That's a regular one. But like I say, Jimmy Garoppolo can probably make that play. This play, Jimmy ain't making. This is a lot of dip on the young man's chip. I love it. So, under center play action, right? So, Shanahan staple now, right? Wide zone, under center fake, and then the boot action. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, good athlete, first round pick. Reads it in space on the naked boot from Brock Purdy. Look at Brock. Oh, one arm on the ball, little swing move. And then he hits Deebo Samuel on the move. And it's not a perfect throw, right? It's not gorgeous. You know, you're not like hitting him over the top shoulder or anything, but it more than gets the job done. And there you go. That's a 20-plus yard gain on first down. We just watch it from this angle. Just indulge me. Look at the mobility. This is unheralded. This is nothing near what Jimmy does, because this is a 3rd and 11 scramble for a first down, right? This is the Bucs gave this like 3 safety look, right? At the jump, George Kittle breaking over the middle, but the robber safety is going to jump right down. We got man cover, man cover, man cover. Nobody's really open. Purdy's going to try to find somebody, get some more space. Nobody's there. It's a 3-man rush, and all of a sudden he finds the void. And then it's just, can you scoot? Can you go get there? And he basically gets to like 4th and like 1.5. This ends up getting called back for a penalty, but it's an important play to watch, because when the Niners installed Trey Lance over Jimmy Garoppolo, this sort of a play was the sort of play they were looking for. 3rd and 11, you can't do the play action stuff. You can't cheese the offense with the usual gimmicks. You got to just drop back and pass. And when everything gets covered up, like if Jimmy Garoppolo gets this picture, the Niners are punting. There's not a lot Jimmy can do to elevate this play. Well, Brock Purdy's not Trey Lance, but he's quick enough, he's mobile enough, and he's creative enough to say, yeah, I can get there in time. And he gets close enough and it gets called back for holding, yada, yada, whatever. But the point still stands, is that the mobility that Purdy brings is new to the offense. It's beneficial to the offense. Bringing movement skills to the offense is one thing. You still got to throw the football, and you still have to be accurate throwing the football and make good decisions throwing the football. Jimmy, Nick Mullins, these were accurate, good decision makers. Purdy's not that. However, what Purdy does is he gives receivers a chance downfield. He throws the football aggressively, vertically, looking for downfield shots. Kyle Shanahan actually had a quote about this, talking about Purdy in his presser, about how you'd rather have a guy prefer throwing it downfield and try to convince him to come more shallow, convince him to get rid of the ball quicker. It's a nicer way to teach players, and that's kind of indicative of the quarterbacks with whom Shanahan has worked previously. Regardless, Purdy's willing to push the football down the field. In doing so, he often takes a hit, and the toughness that Purdy has shown, really impressive over the first 2 weeks. Now, this is not a deep throw, it's a short throw, but it's going to help us set things up in the future, right? So formation's important here. Christian McCaffrey's on the outside out wide, Deebo Samuel's in the backfield. Samuel's going to end up being the target. He's just going to run a little option route, turn around into space, and he ends up hot on this play. He's hot because the Bucs get a free rusher. They're going to rush the defensive tackle, they're going to rush the end, and they're going to rush Devin White. And because of the protection rules, Trent Williams takes the inside man, that's Devin White, and lets the outside man, the edge, run free at Brock Purdy. So what's Brock got to do? Firstly, buy time in the pocket. Watch the management of space here. We talk about he's nimble, he's quick, he's light-footed. Pop outside, get upfield a little bit, just get a little bit of time, a little bit of space, see that Deebo's going to be hot. Accurate throw, let Deebo win one-on-one. Find a little space, and I'm getting hit by a big guy, but I can still deliver an accurate ball. It looks like a quiet, simple, not super important play. What's important to watch is at the bottom of the screen. Christian McCaffrey, Carlton Davis, the corner. Look at the alignment. Watch Christian McCaffrey. I'm just going to run right underneath, and Carlton Davis is like, yeah, you can give him up underneath. That's what I expected you to do. I didn't think you were going to run vertically. I didn't trust the vertical route. Okay. Later in the drive, Christian McCaffrey. Top of the screen. Look at the leverage of the corner. Eyes and hips into the backfield. Inside leverage, right? He's saying, you're not going to run vertical. You're going to run a curl. You're going to run some sort of slant. It doesn't matter. You're not running deep on us. We don't really trust you to do that. Okay. The Bucs also have a pressure look, right? These are linebackers right here. This is Levante David and Devin White. Those are linebackers. These are the defensive tackles. That's Logan Hall. That's Akeem Hicks. So this is very clearly a pressure look, and Brock's got George Kittle in the backfield to help out, but he's probably going to take a hit in this look. They're going to send pressure. So what's Brock do? Drop back. Corner peeking inside. Corner coming downhill. Christian McCaffrey on the little sluggo route up the field. With defenders bearing down on him. Look at the freaking placement. This is a dirty, dirty pocket. You are risking your knees taking this throw. Ooh. Back shoulder away from the corner. And that's 6. Later in the game, cool wrinkle on a Shanahan idea here, right? Juwan Jennings is going to run this deep over, and then oftentimes what they'll do is they'll have the outside receiver, in this case Brandon Ayuk, run an in-breaking route behind it, right? And instead what they have from Ayuk is they're going to have him stem to the corner, give a little bit of an inside fake, and then he's going to stay vertical and head upfield. A little pump and go route, right? Brock Purdy wants it. You want to get this corner to bite and then throw vertical. Man, Brock wants it. The issue is that the Bucs run a little bit of a game up front, and they get this pressure. So at this moment now, Purdy's got a choice, right? Because he thinks, okay, you know what? Ayuk's probably winning this rep. You know, corner's eyes are down, his feet are going to come down. I can throw this vertical. Or Christian McCaffrey is going to release into like all of the space you've ever seen in your entire life. Because McCaffrey's not going to chip this player. He's not going to chip the defensive tackle coming on the loop. He's going to run the route. So you could right now say, defensive tackle, come get me. I'm going to lop it right over your head. Boop, McCaffrey, and he's going to make stuff happen for me. Pick up 6 yards. We'll go to the next down, whatever. Or you can choose to still throw this thing and take an absolute shot from a very large man in the pocket. Watch the young man, Brock. Pump, throw, get absolutely planted. And it's not the best throw you've ever seen. You has to wait for it, but there's so much space that it doesn't matter. This is the advantage of having really good skill position players, right? Ayuk makes the room in the route. So let's watch it. The loop's going to come from 95. Pump, hit. Oh, brother. That takes some stones. But we have playmaking mentality in terms of legs, and we have playmaking mentality in terms of where you choose to throw the football. Purdy is an aggressive son of a gun. He threw 2 touchdowns in this Bucs game alone, 20 plus yards down the field, outside the numbers. Isolation throws deep outside down the field. In 2 seasons with the Niners, 2021 and 2022, Jimmy Garoppolo threw 2 such passes. That's the difference that a quarterback with this aggressive downfield mentality brings when you install him into the offense. So all this brings us back to our original question. Yes, Brock is not a Jimmy, but are the 49ers still contenders? The answer is yes, but it doesn't have to do with Brock. It's got to do with the rest of the team. So long as Deebo Samuel, who's expected back in about 3 weeks, is healthy come playoff time, then the 49ers bring arguably the best supporting cast of offensive weapons into the playoffs. Defensively, with the league's best defensive coordinator in DeMeco Ryans, with star talent at all 3 levels, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Talanoa Hufanga, the 49ers bring the best defense into the playoffs, along with like the Cowboys and the Bills. The team is really good. So as long as Purdy doesn't completely collapse, the 49ers are going to be in every game they play from now until playoff time and however long they make it through the playoffs. The problem is that Purdy might be a little bit more prone to collapse than the previous Shanahan quarterbacks. Certainly more prone than Jimmy. Because Purdy's got this moxie to him, because he's got this playmaking instinct where he wants to make guys miss in space and scramble and extend plays from the pocket. He wants to throw down the field, aggressively attack downfield. Well, it's high risk and it's high reward. I love the aggressiveness. I love the instinct for playmaking. And with receivers like this, you want to give them chances. It's just you can get too aggressive. You can get a little too much dip on your chip. And then you got sacks, you got interceptions, and you're not letting this magical, wonderful Shanahan offense work for you. It's yet another test for yet another chapter in that Shanahan book of constant quarterback changes. If Shanahan can keep Purdy balanced, if he can keep him from collapse, if he can let the offense work for him while also letting the playmaker be the playmaker, then yeah, I buy it. The 49ers can be a contender with Brock frickin' Purdy. Okay, so under pressure this week, I feel like we got Brady once this season, but there's no way Tom Brady's going to have as bad of a season as he's having, and I'm only going to get him once. So, Tommy threw an interception in this game against the 49ers, Brock Purdy outclassing Tom Brady, to Niners linebacker Dre Greenway. And then...
For real, listen. This is an honor for us, man, to play against you. Seriously.
Now, this is very sweet. I would like it to be known that this happening objectively is very sweet. Dre's been watching Tom Brady since he was 2, as he tells Tom Brady. Tom Brady signs the ball because everybody loves Tom Brady and is amazed that they're still playing him. That is all very lovely. Tom Brady has been later asked about this event on a podcast with Adam Sandler, Tracy Morgan, and some man that I don't know, on a graphic that says Larry Fitzgerald's going to be there even though he's not there. Regardless, Tom gets asked about it, and here's his answer.
Yeah, it was for me, to be honest. It was complete But I try to be a gentleman. No, it was actually, look, it was a great play he made. I'm happy he's got the ball. I wish I didn't throw it, but I'm trying to be a good sport.
This is how you know Tom Brady's washed. It's not the arm getting a little bit worse. It's not that the passing game isn't working. It's not that he's 45. It's not anything going on in his personal life. It's the fact that the ultimate competitor, just king of I'm usually a bad sport, didn't shake Nick Foles' hand after the Eagles beat them in the Super Bowl. Go Birds, says.
A lot of times I'm not a good sport. I could be a pretty bad sport. And so in the moment when they get me in the right frame of mind, I'm actually a good sport. So try to be a good sport.
All he's saying in his head is like, I am irate that this happened. I wish I did not sign the ball. But he's just trying to like fill the airtime to explain it. So he just repeats the same sentence over and over again. I have been preying on Tom Brady's downfall since I was like 5. And since the Patriots beat the Eagles in the 2004 Super Bowl. I will enjoy this moment. And if I were Dre Greenway, I also would have gotten the ball signed. Thank you as always for watching the Play Sheet here on The Ringer. Make sure you subscribe, press that like button, ring that bell, brother, all the other YouTube things. Got episodes coming out every week about more football stuff, and it's going to be great. So you subscribe, and then you come hang out, and we have a good time.